Sup glitches, it's Giganex again, back with another Final Fantasy. As you can see, nice little Torgal Fenrir combo thingy, whatever it is. If you remember where we left off last time, we were about to go talk back to Mid, and given by the name of the quest, I feel like well, we're going to be doing something. Well, I'm rambling. It's most likely just gonna be, or hopefully it is, Clive taking center stage and, you know, letting people know what he is at this point and what the goal is. There's only 2 more mother crystals. We have yet to really figure out what the ultimas are. And after the final or second mother crystal destroyed, well, they'll probably start coming after us to destroy us in full force, considering that might go against what they want. But only one way to find out. Mid, what's the sitch?
The Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Or maybe we just continue helping Mid make these, you know, steamboat, whatever it is. Man, here I was really hoping that Out of the Shadows was a more Out of the Shadows thing, because everything we've done so far has been kind of covert. No one even really knows what Clive looks like.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there.
A monster?
It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
Behemoth?
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
She's using a weird form of shorthand for a monster that can completely one-shot me. I'm hoping that isn't the case. What monster would it be? Hopefully it isn't just like goblins or something. Or one of the tiger creatures that I've faced several times before. I want it to be either an iconic Final Fantasy monster or just a new one as a whole. One thing I have mixed feelings about is like the non-variety of factions, if that makes any sense. Like yeah, you get the individual kingdoms and whatnot, but they all pretty much function the same. You got the knights and you got the big guys.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Let's see what the direwolf thing is. But yeah, like I know it sounds weird. It's like I'm trying to figure out how to put that properly into words. What is this? What is this? Oh, here it is? No, it isn't. Gear. Please tell me I can finally, repurpose, you know, retire one of the things I got. Is it good? Really? Very mediocre. Really don't know what I was expecting, but, you know. I was hoping for more than that, at the very least. But at the very least, oh, I keep saying the very least. I keep doing this for some reason. My mind defaults to a word and it just keeps bouncing back to it no matter what I think. I should sorry. I should have checked the board for any monsters that I could kill nearby. Ooh, I do know there's actually one over here. That's good.
Good day to you.
Good day to you, mess.
But what about the curse?
Oh, I guess I'll just fast travel over there, save a little time. And if I don't, that means I probably forgot. But this one should go up, hopefully within like the next couple of days. And wrong direction again. I keep getting sidetracked whenever I come here. Bloody hides. You guys are terrible at, I forgot what it's called. When you get the skins off of a beast or animal. But you guys are terrible at it if you keep getting bloody hide to the point where it is an essential part of making equipment. Come on. Oh, so I gotta get past the gate, I'm guessing. Not even near anyone anymore. If anything, this is the spot where you should get out your chocobo, because isn't it dangerous to just, you know, try to do those things where monsters are nearby?
Come on. Yeah.
I hate it when I have energy when I start recording, but the second I actually start playing, it just starts piddling out for some reason.
Time to fight.
No idea why that is. Maybe I should just play during the daytime and just be done with it. Dismount. Ah, great. I guess we don't need to call them after all.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Given the fact I'm not hearing giant steps, roaring, or fire, I'm assuming it's not the behemoth, actually. But really, what is it? Dragon's Cross for an iconic monster.
Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
I was expecting more, but whatever.
I failed.
What? That was a one-shot? My first death. It was to a one-shot. That's bull. My first death wasn't to a boss fight. It wasn't anything of note. It was quite literally just to a one-shot move. Seriously, was that just like an instant kill move, or was that a glitch? Well, that was clean. I still can't get over that first death. That is some bull.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Well, luckily this was short. I could have just put this all together, honestly, if it's just gonna be this short. Oh, Mid, I'm coming for you.
We're seeing troops amassing at every point.
So, if anyone has made it this far, please comment down below, just saying what is your favorite part about the game so far, or who's your favorite character. And if you don't really have any of those, just put Z in the comment section. At least let me know that you watched this far.
Come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Always gotta be the smart guy around here. Always gotta be the footman. Always gotta do this. Always gotta do that. Clive does not lead a easy life at all. Yeah, this place just reminds me of Monster Hunter World. At least this hub does. But it makes sense. Well, they aren't directly connected, but I know they do have events, well, collaborative events every now and again.
Hippocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Is it good designs, bad designs, or just mid designs?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch.
What?
I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always.
Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Well, considering that we've gone with several adventures with Jill, I'm just gonna pick the other girl.
Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic. Conch shells. Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
Let's go and get the materials. This is by far and away the most mundane quest in the game so far. Again, still, since the last thing I did was fight Kupka while he was in
Where's Talia?
fighting Kupka while he was in Giant Titan mode, it's not surprising.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on these.
Spoiling another catch.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Weird name for a nut.
Be gone.
Really? That's really rude,
That's
man.
what you want.
You too. At least have some customer service, like, hi, how are you?
You haven't much, but you're free to look.
See? That's customer
I trust it's all
service.
here. Good day.
That should do it. Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Fresh cuts. Come and get them before. Up. You'll not find a bruised pig in the
Oops.
bushel.
I hate constantly yawning.
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Seriously, me doing that is so unnecessary.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat. Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Tyre.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us. Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tome so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
Well, now that we've gone through all the mushy stuff, let's go back and figure out what else we got to do. Honestly, I was hoping when I jumped on, I could, you know, enjoy it a bit more, but, oh, no, it's, words are weird.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
I was hoping for a little more action is what I meant to say. Or at least, for it to, lead more so to something when I started again. But let's see.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Please tell her not to blow us up. That'd be much appreciated. I feel like she's the type that loses the forest and the trees and end up going too far. Again, not trying to get blown up. That would not be fun. Also, most of this place is made out of wood, so... Another thing is, Like, for this to be shoddily made, it does look very good, regardless. I understand you did this in over 5 years, but still.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Hey, Mid, we got your stuff finished. Now hurry up and make the boat.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Precision walloping. It's not something I thought I'd hear him say. That looks like stone, not metal, so how did they get it to end up like that?
Finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
He's just come through with this shit. Speak with Mid.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So is her father Sid?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship. Let's sail it around the lake.
I don't think that's the best idea. Whose is this? I can actually get something from that, so that's good.
Alright, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Oh, time to chase a runaway. Oh, what? Who are you?
Obelith, have you seen Mid?
Oh.
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canvia has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings on but his considerable knowledge of the goings on in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours, though I believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise. I doubt Canvanier authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their docks, no matter how deserted. And if rumors have already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our doors. Which is why I ping you this note, which I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep watch on those who might mean a little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attacks. I trust that you will give this proposition your full consideration. Your loving uncle. Sorry if I butcher that. I know my reading is garbage, but yeah.
Trouble in Canva.
I got it correct.
I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Well, since we covered a lot of ground, I'll be ending it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.